7. This is Eyewitness News.
One last goodbye to the Queen. The late monarch's funeral now just hours away. President Biden is in London this weekend, along with the First Lady, to join in this final farewell. Hello, and thank you for joining us. You're watching Eyewitness News at 4, live on ABC 7, Hulu Live, and wherever you stream. I'm Jory Rand.
And I'm Colleen Sullivan. With the world watching, Great Britain is getting ready to say goodbye. A public mourning. Just a short time ago, British officials closed the queue to see the Queen, saying it has reached final capacity. ABC's Faith Abube is in London, where about 500 heads of state and dignitaries from around the world, including President Biden, are in town for the state funeral. Faith?
Today, the final countdown to the final farewell to Queen Elizabeth II. Floral tributes inside her Windsor Castle home moved to line the path inside the gates. This is where the Queen's funeral cortege will bring her coffin Monday to lay her to rest at St. George's Chapel. The funeral will begin with a procession from Westminster Hall to Westminster Abbey. Some mourners have been camping out since Friday for a front row seat. Temperatures on these cold, hard sidewalks have been unforgiving the past few nights. However, the early campers tell me they couldn't miss the opportunity to see the royal funeral.
This will never happen again in my lifetime, so I don't want to miss it. 1
million people are expected to crowd central London streets to catch a glimpse. 500 heads of state and dignitaries from around the world are expected to attend. President Biden and First Lady Jill Biden already here paying their respects, signing the official condolence book, and then joining world leaders for a reception at Buckingham Palace.
You were fortunate to have had her for 70 years. We all were. The world's better for her.
London now preparing for the most challenging police event in its history. The threat ranging from pickpockets to terrorist attacks. Meanwhile, thousands are still in line to see Queen Elizabeth's flag-draped coffin. The queue closing before the funeral to allow those already in line to pay their respect. At times, the line has stretched for 5 miles, with a wait upwards of 24 hours. But those who've come out after seeing the coffin tell us it was well worth it.
She was amazing. And I just felt like I had to just show my respect.
Jennifer Mills-Knudsen is part of the Faith team, comforting some of the mourners as they walk out.
A lot of them are here because they are also grieving the loss of those that they've loved, who loved the Queen. And so they're grieving both for those that they've lost and for the Queen herself.
And there was a moment of silence across Britain earlier today. There will be another one for 2 minutes following tomorrow's funeral. In London, Faith Abube, ABC News.
Faith, thank you. And our coverage of the funeral of Queen Elizabeth II will begin early tomorrow morning. ABC News will air a special report bringing you the service live here on ABC 7. And starting at 6 a.m. tomorrow, we will be streaming parts of the funeral as well as the latest local news and weather on our ABC 7 Los Angeles app.
A homicide investigation underway in Lancaster. It all started early this morning after a fight at Jalisco Bar and Grill spilled into the parking lot. Investigators say several shots were fired. One man died at the scene. A second victim was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Right now, the entire island of Puerto Rico is without electricity as Hurricane Fiona batters the American territory. The powerful storm knocked out the power grid, and that's not all. Take a look at this video showing a collapsed bridge being swept away by floodwaters. The hurricane threatening to dump historic levels of rain in a region that is still recovering from a string of strong earthquakes and even Hurricane Maria from back in 2017. David Daniel has the latest.
Hurricane Fiona has already knocked out power to the entire